For anyone who's ever been in a relationship, ABC's got a show for you.
I said, does this make me look fat? And he said, no, it's your fat that makes you look fat.
This Sunday, a competition that will put 7 couples to the test.
Go to the grocery store for your wives.
What comes out of a cow?
Cheese.
No, what comes out of a cow?
Steak.
How well do they know the person they just married?
In minutes, how long should foreplay last?
15.
Here Come the Newlyweds premieres Sunday, 10/9 Central on ABC.
Straight ahead, a transportation plan faces a legal roadblock. Why improvements to local highways could be put on hold. The news is next.
Is staying in the new going out? This weekend, save 30 to 70% off all formal and casual dining at Hanes. This 7-foot round table and leather collage chairs reduced from $5,000 to $1,995. Gather around this $1,600 walnut table and leather bar stools for $795. $900 bar height oak, $288. The largest dining selection in Virginia. At least 30 to 70% off with no money down and no interest till 2010. Come home to gourmet dining this weekend at Hanes.
Toyota has just announced special presidential savings now through March 3rd. Get 0% APR financing on Tundra, the 2008 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, or $2,750 cash back. Take a tough Tacoma and get $1,000 cash back, or financing from 0%. Now through March 3rd. Don't miss special presidential savings on some very special Toyotas at one special place. Your Toyota dealer. Toyota and America. Moving forward.
Now available in digital widescreen. 13 News at 11 starts right now.
A plan to fix local highways could be in jeopardy. The state Supreme Court shoots down a major funding project. Good evening, everyone. I'm Regina Mobley. David Allen has the night off. The Hampton Roads Transportation Authority would have levied taxes and fees to pay for large road projects across the region. However, Virginia Supreme Court ruled today the plan is unconstitutional. The ruling means traffic troubles might not be getting better anytime soon. 13 News reporter Christina Rohal joins us live from Norfolk with the story.
Regina, right now lawmakers are trying to figure out how they're going to pay for transportation projects here in our region. Now, those HRTA taxes and fees were expected to bring in nearly $200 million. And without that money, those construction projects could be in trouble.
Please disband and tell the
It's been hotly contested and highly criticized, and now less than a year after it was created, the Hampton Roads Transportation Authority's been stripped of its power. That means the 7 new road taxes and fees set to start in May are now dead.
I really am happy about that.
Happy and relieved she won't have to shell out more money for repairs, rentals, registration, and gas.
I'm a waitress. I make barely next to nothing and have kids to take care of, and it's how are we supposed to make it if they keep raising the prices?
But without raising taxes, lawmakers don't know how they'll solve what some call a transportation crisis. The taxes and fees were expected to generate nearly $200 million for several major road projects. The plan would widen I-64 and I-664, create a bridge tunnel from the Monitor-Merrimack Bridge to I-564, and revamp the Midtown Tunnel. But if the money disappears, so could the projects. That's why Norfolk Mayor and HRTA Chair Paul Frame says members of the General Assembly need to step up.
The General Assembly, in fairly short order, could come to terms with all of this and themselves vote to impose the fees and taxes.
It's a move some local drivers would support.
I would definitely be willing to pay a little bit extra taxes, everybody put in. I use the roads just like everybody else.
Now, the regular session of the General Assembly is scheduled to wrap up next week, but Governor Kane says he may call a special session to discuss all of these transportation issues. Reporting live in Norfolk tonight, I'm Christina Rohal, 13 News.
New tonight, bullets are fired into a Newport News elementary school. Police say 2 groups of teens were shooting at one another in front of South Morrison Elementary School around 5:30 tonight. 2 bullets went into the school. Students had left for the day, but teachers were still inside. Earlier in the day, the elementary school was put on lockdown after a report of shots fired nearby. So far, 1 person has been arrested. The family that lost so much in a Chesapeake house fire returned to the scene today to see what they could salvage. 25-year-old Jason Hastings and his 22-year-old brother Joshua died during a house fire on Levy Lane. Jason was the manager of Atlantis Games and Comics in Virginia Beach. Joshua starred in numerous plays at Tidewater Community College. Tonight, co-stars are mourning his death.
He was my encouragement. Every day he would come in and he would make me feel like I was the best actress in the world and the best person even. And I feel like, I think he did that with everyone.
Jason Hastings' longtime girlfriend also died in the fire. Her name has not been released. We have learned the name of the woman killed while trying to cross a Hampton road last night. 55-year-old Shirley Mae Harris was struck by a pickup truck along East and Pembroke Avenue. Police say Harris was trying to get to her car parked at the Buck Row Shopping Center. The driver has not faced charges. Tonight, Virginia Beach police say a major counterfeit check ring has been busted. So far, 8 people have been arrested for making and cashing fake payroll checks. And we've learned a dozen more suspects could soon end up in handcuffs. 13 News investigator Lindsay Roberts joins us with the story.
Well, Regina, after months of investigating, police believe they have the ringleader behind bars, but say this investigation is far from over. They say many more arrests are expected in the coming days.
Virginia Beach police say this man, 42-year-old Kenneth Beavers, is the mastermind behind a major counterfeit check cashing ring that's been hitting stores and banks in Hampton Roads for months. Investigators say the operation was simple but effective. With easy-to-buy software and paper, Beavers allegedly used this laptop and printer to create fake payroll checks.
And what they've done is they've obtained their account information and reproduced checks as if they were from the company.
All of these checks totaling thousands of dollars are from just one of the companies the ring hit.
They have to now go back and track which checks are valid and which are not valid, or which are counterfeit and which are not counterfeit. And then on top of that, you have the loss to the bank and also the merchants that are receiving the checks.
So far, investigators have charged Beavers and 7 people who worked for him. They also have warrants on file for nearly a dozen others.
The ringleader would come out and print these checks out, and he'd have runners. He'd have those runners go out to the different banks and cash the checks. He'd have those runners come back to him, and he'd pay them to cash the checks.
These women were recently charged in Chesapeake for a similar scheme. Beach investigators are now looking into the possibility that these 2 cases may be connected.
With this information going out, we believe that we'll probably get more information about other checks that are out there that are counterfeit that some of the other merchants have in their possession, along with banks and some other cities.
The ringleader, Kenneth Beavers, remains behind bars tonight. We tried to talk to him today, but he declined our request for an interview. As the investigation continues, police warn all merchants to look closely at any checks they cash, looking for anything that looks suspicious. Live with the latest, Lindsay Roberts, 13 News.
A man charged with writing bad checks for puppies, dozens of them, appeared in court today. Robert Heffley waived his preliminary hearing today and indicated he wanted to enter a guilty plea. His plea will officially be entered when Heffley appears in court next month. Heffley is offering to pay restitution to 2 of his victims. Also in Virginia Beach, a man is arrested for allegedly neglecting pit bulls. Kenneth Ewa is charged with failure to care for his animals. Inside his home, police found 2 pit bulls and 6 pit bull puppies in poor condition. Complaints about barking dogs led police to his home. There is new information into the arrest of a local educator charged with murder. Investigators have searched a trailer belonging to Great Bridge High School assistant principal Wesley Ernest. He is accused of killing his estranged wife, Jocelyn. According to the pilot, detectives were looking for evidence related to her death. Jocelyn was found shot to death inside her Bedford County home back in December. The Navy's newest ship is about to be a step closer to its new home port of Norfolk. Tomorrow, the USS New York will be christened off the coast of Louisiana, and the amphibious transport dock is being dedicated in the honor of the victims of 9/11. 13 News reporter Brian Farrell joins us live from the Norfolk Naval Station with more on the ship.
Virginia, if everything stays on schedule, officially the ship becomes part of the fleet next year. The New York has a very special connection to the city for which it's named, and a special but very simple motto, and that is never forget.
My son Jonathan, 29, married, 2 little boys.
Lee Ielpi carries a picture of that son with him, ready to talk about the day he lost him more than 6 years ago, the day the World Trade Center came crashing down to terrorists. Jonathan Ielpi, a New York City firefighter, was among those trying to get people out of the towers.
And they're still climbing those stairs. They're still going up. They'll accomplish their mission one way or the other.
The essence of that mission, the self-sacrifice of September 11th, may be captured in what will be USS New York. The ship, built in Louisiana by Northrop Grumman, will be able to help fight terrorism around the globe, doing it with a bow stem made from 24 tons of steel crews salvaged from the remains of the World Trade Center.
Having that steel and making the connection to the heroes and the survivors and the victims of 9/11 it just embodies a spirit into this ship that'll carry on through the 40-year service life of the vessel.
Jennifer Adams is a member of the September 11th Families Association who worked closely with shipbuilders during the building process.
We are so proud of this ship and we are so proud of this country, the way that we came together and that we're moving forward in such a healing and constructive way. It's an honor to be here.
Forged from metal and sacrifice, the New York is a testament to strength, the strength of those killed and the strength of those left after their deaths.
The loss is a loss. You know, it's horrible no matter how you look at it. But what it showed, you know what we did? We showed the world that this country is so great.
2 more amphib ships eventually will be named to honor some of those killed on September 11th. One for those who died at the Pentagon, the other for those who died bringing down a hijacked plane in Pennsylvania. We're live at Neal Station, Norfolk. Brian Farrell, 13 News.
Area port workers began signing up for new federal ID cards today. The IDs were created to help make U.S. ports safer from terrorists. About 18,000 local port workers are required to have the cards. Employees must provide fingerprints and other personal information.
So this is, I won't want to use the words long overdue, but I know this is a difficult process to get started. We're happy that we're finally getting going here in the Port of Virginia.
Every port worker has to have the card by September 25th. Next at 11, still making a difference, a local church congregation devastated by a fire continues to give back to the community. Plus, a crucial battleground in the race for the White House. The Democratic candidates center their focus on Ohio and Texas. And a Food Network star in Hampton Roads, a local chef is challenged by Bobby Flay.
And it looks like we're going to have temperatures that'll soar back up toward the 60s, but it may not be quite in time for the weekend. I'll let you know.
13 News, honored to be the most watched news at 5, 5:30, and 6.
We have reports of a missing civilian on the first floor.
Inside a burning building, showing you how firefighters train to save lives. Exposing a dangerous trend on Hampton Road's roadways. Driving while texting.
Messing with my iPod with one hand. Text messaging my fiancé with the other.
The first on the scene when explosive material was found inside a local home. 13 News with Regina Mobley and David Allen.
Do you like this living room?
I don't see a TV.
But it has a settee.
I prefer HD.
It's a tough choice. Refurnish the living room or replace the television. Thanks to Room Store's guaranteed low prices, you can do both. Own the very room you want with enough money left over for a very nice TV.
We put it all together and save you more.
Only one name is big enough to double your tax refund up to $8,000. Hall Automotive. Just bring in your tax return and we'll double your refund up to $8,000. Getting a $1,000 refund? Now it's $2,000. Your $4,000 refund becomes $8,000. Plus, get the unbeatable lowest Hall Automotive price on 5,000 vehicles. And we'll double your tax refund up to $8,000. If you didn't get the Hall price, then you didn't get the best price.
For 60 years, Value City Furniture has delivered quality, style, and the guaranteed lowest prices.
Now, during our 60th anniversary sale, you'll save even more.
Choose from dozens of luxurious 100% leather sofas starting at just $5.99 and American Signature all-wood queen beds from only $199.
Many in stock and ready for immediate delivery.
Save 30 to 70% throughout our store and enjoy financing through 2013.
Hurry to the 60th anniversary sale at Value City Furniture.
And visit us at VCF.com.
Taxes, traffic, dandruff,
You have plenty of worries. But your certified used Toyota isn't one of them. All these quality Toyotas now feature a 3-month, 3,000-mile comprehensive warranty from front to back, top to bottom. And that's on top of our 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. See your Toyota dealer for great low financing on certified Toyotas. The best new cars make the best used cars. Toyota, moving forward.
After 113 years, this Saturday, Haynes will put all wall-to-wall carpet on sale at half off. There's 100,000 yards of carpet in our warehouse. One Saturday, the price of all of it will be reduced by half. We know lots of homes need new carpet now. This is the simplest, most valuable offer you'll ever get. 50% off all carpet at Haynes. Free measure, free padding, free installation. And you can pay us nothing for the next 2 years. You would love new carpet. Now you can have it at half price this Saturday at Haynes.
Despite being devastated by a fire in December, a Portsmouth church continues to help the less fortunate. Zion Baptist Church's homeless outreach program got a big boost today from a local nonprofit group. The Beasley Foundation gave the church a $14,000 check to bring the outreach center's kitchen up to code. The center serves about 100 people every day.
One of our determinations that we made early on, in fact almost immediately after the fire, is that we were not going to stop being the church, even though we were in many ways like some of the people we ministered to, namely the homeless.
With the check, Zion Baptist has raised enough money to renovate the kitchen. Democratic voters in Texas and Ohio may be on the brink of political history tonight. They could effectively choose the party's candidate for president in Tuesday's primaries. 13 News reporter TJ Winnick has the story from Washington.
With just days left until the critical primaries in Ohio and Texas, and in the fight of her political life, Hillary Clinton was talking tough in front of a group of Texas veterans.
Senator Obama says that if we talk about national security in this campaign, we're trying to scare people. Well, I don't think people in Texas scare all that easily.
Clinton has spent her entire campaign telling voters she's ready to lead on day one. And Friday, her campaign released a powerful TV spot, which she hopes drives that point home.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. But there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing. Who do you want answering the phone?
But there may be a risk for Senator Clinton in shifting the focus to national security.
To me, when I watched that ad the first time, the first 25 seconds, I thought it was a John McCain ad.
Barack Obama, meanwhile, pushed back hard, predicting the ad won't work.
The question is, what kind of judgment will you exercise when you pick up that phone?
And launching his own ad with remarkably similar visuals.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. When that call gets answered, shouldn't the president be the one, the only one, who had judgment and courage to oppose the Iraq war from the start?
Obama called New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg on Thursday to talk about the race. When asked if Bloomberg was on Obama's short list for vice president, an Obama staffer said it's too early for a short list. For 13 News, I'm TJ Winnick in Washington.
Now, your 13 News Weather Lab forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson.
Well, we have a line of showers moving through right now. We need the rain, so that's good news. I think a lot of people are going to be happy as well with the fact that I'm calling for it to be long gone by morning. You can see right now, definitely some pockets of light precipitation where we're seeing the light green areas. Let's get in a little bit closer, though, and take a look at some of the spots where things are a little bit heavier. And we'll start up here. Well, a little bit of slightly heavier precipitation on the peninsula. So let's start up there. And as we zoom in, you'll notice not much yellow showing up, but some slightly darker greens over almost the entire southern end of the peninsula. When you get down into Virginia Beach, though, things get a little bit heavier with some yellow showing up right about downtown Norfolk, pretty close to the naval base there, actually, and extending off into areas of Chesapeake as well. We have some slightly heavier batches of moisture starting to move in just to the west of Great Bridge right now. Zoom in on a couple of those areas, and it actually extends from the Dismal Swamp back across Route 17 over to West Road. We'll go out to the wide shot just one more time here quickly, and you can see it gets even heavier down over Gates County, and it is all moving to the northeast. So here's the forecast as we go through tonight. Cloudy and chilly, still a few showers, winds starting south and southwest and shifting more to the west-southwest a little bit later. So the big news again, clearing skies by morning. So here's the forecast, the satellite and radar shot. showing a progression of that whole band of moisture as it heads to the east that's pretty rapid. And notice it sort of starts to translate a little bit in terms of where the heaviest moisture is. It starts to reform a little bit closer to the coastline, sort of breaks up there briefly and then heads back toward the coastline. That, if you didn't put the fronts on here and you showed an amateur meteorologist this picture, they would probably think that the front was along this sort of curved band of clouds. Actually, that's the jet stream, but it is not the front. As you can see, the front is even west of the cloud area, and that's where the chillier temperatures are. So even though the rain's going to move out by Saturday, the good news is the temperatures aren't going to drop at all. In fact, they're going to go up a few degrees, and right now they are pretty mild. You can see in the 40s. We've had a number of problems lately, almost every other day, where one sense or another brings in some bad readings. Williamsburg is not 9, and again, that's not a typo. It's sent electronically to us, so I'm not quite sure what's going on up there, but definitely it is not 9 degrees. Winds out of the southwest right now. The clouds have been on the increase. They'll continue again to bring the rain and move offshore by morning. Decent amount of sunshine, partly to, if not mostly, sunny skies expected tomorrow, and temperatures even milder than today. And today we saw a huge rebound from the 20s overnight and early this morning, back up into the 50s by afternoon, and more sunshine, as you can see, with clear skies tomorrow night and then sunshine again on Sunday. As we mentioned, lower 40s then tonight, with the showers ending long before morning. Mid to upper 50s, increasing sunshine tomorrow, breezy and mild. Out on the water, you're going to find southwesterly winds early, and then as the front goes through late in the day, they'll shift to west and northwest. Sewell's Point low tide at 10:07, high tide at 3:48, and we will need small craft advisories. A little bit cooler on Sunday, but still pleasant for this time of year, 51, and then 63 Monday, a gorgeous day. Some rain late. In fact, Tuesday will be a great day as well. 61 with rain, though, Tuesday evening and into Wednesday morning, and then temperatures sort of stabilize in the 50s. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Should be a nice one to get out and enjoy it.
I like the trend. Looks very good, Jeff.
Almost a March. Well,
that's right. As of tomorrow. Right. Thanks so much, Jeff. And straight ahead, a welcome to a throwdown. A local chef goes head-to-head in a cooking challenge with celebrity chef Bobby Flay.
This weather segment is brought to you by Dodge.
When something feels this good and performs this well and is this much fun, you start to look at driving from a whole new perspective. The Civic from Honda. Reverse your thinking.
Lease a Honda Civic for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
I just needed a lamp. The perfect lamp.
We can help as little or as much as you like. It had to be pretty.
I just wanted to watch TV.
Our design service is complimentary. I needed a place to eat with my whole family. It's about finding solutions to everyday needs. And now, with our new attractive financing options, let Ethan Allen design a solution that works for you.
Touch here. Can't feel the immediate response as you paddle shift your way through the 6 speeds? That's because there's only one place to experience the race-inspired IS. Your Lexus dealer. Where you can lease the 2008 IS 250 all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 24 months with $3449 due at signing.
13 News, now available in digital widescreen. To learn more about digital television and digital widescreen, log on to WVEC.com/DTV.
For 30 years, this legendary name in Oriental rugs was strictly to the trade. Architects and designers, strictly at full price, till Friday. Their big bad bank forced them to sell 1,000 rugs handmade in wool and silk to the dump, about 75% off price. Room-size Saruks, $2,200 to the trade, $695 to the dump, $1,300 to Breeze, $399. Kashan Runners, $199. Only their bank can make them do it. Oriental Rugs, strictly for the rich and famous, 75% off price. Only this weekend to the dump.
The owner of Wood Chicks Barbecue in Chesapeake will be the star of a show on the Food Network. Celebrity chef Bobby Flay surprised Leanne Whippen this afternoon and challenged her to a throwdown. On the show, Flay searches the country for the best of the best and tries to outdo their signature dish. Today's challenge, pulled pork.
I've known about Leanne for a long time because I've followed the barbecue circuit for many moons, and she's got a gigantic reputation. And so, obviously going up against somebody like her, we're going to be up against it, but that's the fun of it.
I love that, Chef. You'll have to watch the show to find out who won. An air date has not been set.
Why am I so hungry? Todd Collins had to wait a decade to finally get a start as an NFL quarterback with the Redskins. He'll be headed to a backup role once again with a little more pay. Collins agreed to a 3-year deal worth about $9 million. He led Washington during that stretch run in the playoffs back in December. Now, new head coach Jim Zorn made it very clear Jason Campbell, who was injured at the time, will be a starter for next season. Collins led him to 3 straight wins. Mark Brunell, the number 3 guy, will likely be gone. Qualifying from Las Vegas saw Las Vegas native Kyle Busch take advantage of some home cooking. He ran the fastest lap. The 22-year-old is having an impressive start so far. Busch hasn't finished lower than 4th in 6 races spanning 3 series. So here's how it looks for your lineup. Among your favorites, Carl Edwards 2nd, followed by Jeff Gordon 4th, Dale Jr. 8th, Elliott Sadler 10th, also Jeff Burton 24th, Denny Hamlin 27th, Jimmy Johnson not a good standing there, 33rd, Casey Kane 37th. When we come back, of course, the field dwindling in the high school basketball playoffs. That means not much room for a mistake or your season could be over.
Jimmy's here to satisfy your late-night appetite.
How did this happen?
He's fresher. Wow. Funnier. Jimmier.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you know you're stuck here for the whole hour, right?
An all-new Jimmy Kimmel Live, late night tonight on ABC.
Fine furniture always costs more. Until now. 50% off at the North Carolina Company. 50% off exclusive designers from Carolina to California. Half off handmade walnut, cherry, and mahogany. 50% off bedrooms and dining rooms by Bernhardt. Custom bench-made seating by Cheryl. 50% off masterpiece leather from the Old Hickory Tannery. Handmade rugs and mattresses. Live each day beautifully. Now at half the price. This weekend at the North Carolina Company.
Wow, this new KFC toasted wrap is good.
Yeah, you said that.
It's toasted, it's melty. Check out these grill marks, huh?
Just because it's toasted doesn't mean it's so much better than my snack wrap with ranch.
I didn't say
Maybe
anything.
mine's better. Meg, if you had to choose between
That one.
You asked her.
It's not done till it's toasted. Introducing the new KFC Toasted Wrap. Grill pressed so it's always warm and melty. And at just $1.29, see for yourself. Life tastes better with KFC.
Toyota has just announced special presidential savings now through March 3rd. Get 0% APR financing on Tundra, the 2008 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, or $2,750 cash back. Take a tough Tacoma and get $1,000 cash back, or financing from 0%. Now through March 3rd. Don't miss special presidential savings on some very special Toyotas at one special place. Your Toyota dealer. Toyota and America. Moving forward.
Your attention, please. This is a public auction notice. Over 500 lender foreclosed homes throughout D.C., Maryland, and Virginia have been ordered to be sold by major financial institutions. Visit ushomeauction.com for complete details. With over 500 homes, imagine the deals you can find at this giant foreclosed home auction. Attractive financing available right at the event. For full details, open house dates, and a complete listing of homes, go to ushomeauction.com. That's www.ushomeauction.com, or just Google home auction.
Is staying in the new going out?
This weekend, Haynes reduces this 78-inch bar in hand-carved cherry from $1,500 to $795. $350 leather bar stools half off to $175. Step up to the $3,000 wraparound bar in black walnut for $1,295. $1,600 Texas Hold'em table and 4 leather game chairs this weekend $799. $1,200 reversible game tables $499. All bars and gaming 30 to 65% off with no money down and no interest till 2010. This weekend at Haynes.
Closed captioning of 13 News is sponsored by Dodge. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Going into tonight, 2 more spots left for the state playoffs in girls and boys high school hoops. We begin with the boys. Deep Creek taking on Kings Fork. It's an all-Southeastern semifinal over Churchland. Jaquan Parker drives, scores. Bulldogs with the early advantage. Back comes the Creek. Second quarter, Ed Roberts from downtown Portsmouth. Hornets led 26-23 at halftime. Hornets building some momentum. Chris Evans, rebound and slam with authority. Oh! Later on, off the alley-oop, Corey Law, bringing the Law. 2 of his game-high 25. Hornets now up 11. When Kings Fork rolls back to tie the game, down 1 with seconds to go, not one shot, not the second shot, but you know what? The third one by Jamar Wirtz, the winner. Kings Fork rallies to win 56-55. They'll take on Bethel on Monday in the finals. Girls regional semifinal, Princess Anne versus Lake Taylor. Undefeated Cavs getting a bit concerned. Titans come back in the second half. Jasmine Cuffey, 2 of her team high 16 points. Lake Taylor cutting into PA's lead from 23 to 6. Then the Cavs pull away. Raven Harris, the turnover to Tanya Clark. 2 of her 11 points. PA getting a solid game from freshman Elizabeth Williams. Look out for her. 11 points, 16 boards, 10 blocks. And then that's just so Raven. Leading the way with 23 points, Princess Anne stays unbeaten. 28-0, they win 64-54. Lake Taylor's season comes to an end. Area high school hoops, Miller School ends Cape Henry's season in the private school 66-51. Potomac 65 over Atlantic Shore 65-59. This is a private school boys. On the girls' side, Norfolk Collegiate getting 42 from Shayla White, 28 in the second half. They'll play Paul's the 6 in the finals of the Division I VI Virginia Independent Schools. And Walsingham, Division II, they're seeking their 4th straight Division II title. They win over Norfolk Christian 49-34. They'll play Highland at 1 p.m. Carolyn Hunter and her captains of CNU. Semifinals of the USA South Tournament, Chelsea Schweers from out of Hickory High. The nice drive captains with a 2-point advantage. Later, Michelle Russell's turn. She added 10. They go on to hold them off. 70-68 winners over Methodist. The Admirals come up short big time against Hartford 6-2. They got outshot 41-18 in the loss.
All right. Thanks so much, Wyatt. Sure. And that is 13 News at 11. Nightline is next. Thank you so much for watching us. Have a terrific weekend.
Good night.
WVEC TV 13 is part of BELO. From coast to coast, BELO Media Company share the highest standards of journalism and community service, listed on the New York Stock Exchange as BLC.
My name is Carrie Pulliam, first-time Hyundai Sonata owner. When I sat in the Sonata, I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm going to get all of this for the money. I just love it.
Get $2,000 customer cash or 0 APR on Sonata, plus America's best warranty.
Releasing from the Disney Vault in 4 days.
Puppies are here!
News this big. Travels fast.
It's an all-dog alert. What's it all about? What's the word?
For the first time this decade, Walt Disney's original classic is making quite an entrance.
Darling!
Featuring brilliantly restored picture and sound.
Did you hear that, Freckles? This'll be fun!
Share it with a whole new generation.
I'm ready! Me too!
101 Dalmatians Platinum Edition on DVD this Tuesday for a limited time.
Do you like this living room?
I don't see a TV.
But it has a settee.
I prefer HD.
It's a tough choice. Refurnish the living room or replace the television. Thanks to Room Store's guaranteed low prices, you can do both. Own the very room you want with enough money left over for a very nice TV.
We put it all together and save you more. Room Store.
Oh, man. Everything's better with toppings. Like IHOP Shortcake Pancakes. Fluffiness topped with decadence, topped with rich creaminess, starting at $4.99. IHOP.